So how do I start this? Well, let's just start. If you're still going to church, you're looking for the truth, this is something that you will never hear in your church. Nobody will talk about it because they can't, because they are apostate. What that means is they are not enduring sound doctrine. They don't know what the true gospel, the sound doctrine is. So, if they don't speak about Ephesians 2, 10 through 12, they never tell you about the covenants of promise. There's 2 covenants of promise. And if you don't know about them, I highly encourage you to go read Ephesians 2, chapter 2 all the way. In Ephesians 10 through 12 is where the covenants of promise come. But Christians will only quote, and if you pay attention, start paying attention to this, when people will quote the gospel to you, they will simply just say that we're saved by unmerited favor, which is we're saved by grace. And you can verify that in Ephesians 2. They will only quote from 2, 7 to 9. They will never quote 10, 11, and 12, because that would destroy their whole gospel. So if you're coming across this message, I tell you, please take heed to this and go search this up. And if you need any more information, if you need any guidance, if you need truth, or if this has tugged on your spirit or on your heart, or you're just wanting to know what this is all about, well, it's actually very simple. The gospel is very simple, because my spirit was never satisfied in church. I went to church, from church to church, and I always ended up with more questions. I was never satisfied until I came across the covenants of promise. Now that's the everlasting gospel. That's Psalm 119, 142. My righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and my law is the truth. So without that, if they don't preach the Holy Covenant, the 10 Commandments, they are lawless. And you will hear at the end of time, if you will not take heed to this message, at the end of time, you will hear the words from your Messiah, I never knew you, you who practice iniquity, which means lawlessness. So take heed to this warning, and I really hope that you will search this matter out. There's 2 covenants of promise that we have to be under. We can, as Gentiles, there was never a covenant made for us. We can only be grafted in if we accept the terms, the covenants that were made for Israel.